Fatalism is a philosophical doctrine that holds that all events are predetermined and inevitable, leaving little or no room for human freedom or intervention. According to this view, everything that happens is already fixed, whether by fate, destiny, divine will, or an impersonal cosmic order. The idea has appeared in many cultures and intellectual traditions, shaping how people understand life, responsibility, and the future. While fatalism can offer a sense of acceptance and peace, it also raises serious questions about free will, moral accountability, and the meaning of human effort. The roots of fatalism can be traced back to ancient civilizations, where people often attributed events to forces beyond human control. In Greek thought, the concept of fate was central, often depicted as an unalterable power governing the lives of both humans and gods. Stories from classical literature frequently portray individuals struggling against their destined outcomes, only to find that their attempts to escape fate actually contribute to its fulfillment. This portrayal reinforces the idea that no matter what actions a person takes, the ultimate result remains unchanged. In religious contexts, fatalism often intersects with beliefs about divine will and predestination. Some traditions emphasize that a higher power has already determined the course of human lives, including birth, death, success, and suffering. In such views, everything unfolds according to a divine plan that cannot be altered by human actions. While this can provide comfort in times of hardship, as people may believe their suffering has a purpose, it can also lead to passivity if individuals feel that their choices do not matter. Philosophically, fatalism raises complex issues about causation and necessity. It is closely related to determinism, but the two are not identical. Determinism suggests that events are caused by preceding conditions according to natural laws, whereas fatalism emphasizes the inevitability of outcomes regardless of the causal chain. In a fatalistic framework, even if a person tries to change their future, those efforts are themselves part of the predetermined sequence that leads to the same outcome. This perspective challenges the common belief that human decisions can influence the course of events. One of the central debates surrounding fatalism concerns the existence of free will. If everything is already determined, then the idea that individuals can make genuine choices becomes questionable. Critics of fatalism argue that it undermines personal responsibility, as people cannot be held accountable for actions that were unavoidable. Supporters, however, may contend that human freedom is an illusion, or that it exists only within the boundaries set by fate. Some philosophical positions attempt to reconcile these views by suggesting that even if outcomes are fixed, the experience of choosing still has value. Fatalism can also have significant psychological and social implications. On one hand, it may reduce anxiety by encouraging acceptance of circumstances that cannot be changed. People who adopt a fatalistic outlook might cope better with uncertainty or adversity, as they believe events are beyond their control. On the other hand, excessive fatalism can lead to resignation, apathy, and a lack of motivation. If individuals believe their efforts will not affect the outcome, they may be less likely to take initiative, pursue goals, or address problems. In everyday life, elements of fatalistic thinking often appear in common expressions and attitudes. Phrases like "what will be" reflect a belief that the future is fixed and inevitable. Such attitudes may influence decision-making, sometimes leading people to avoid taking risks or making changes. In certain cultural contexts, fatalism is more deeply ingrained, shaping social behavior and expectations. It can affect how communities respond to challenges such as poverty, illness, or natural disasters, either fostering resilience or discouraging proactive solutions. Modern discussions of fatalism also intersect with scientific developments, particularly in fields like physics and neuroscience. Some interpretations of scientific theories suggest that human behavior is determined by biological processes and physical laws, leaving little room for independent choice. While these ideas are often associated with determinism rather than fatalism, they contribute to ongoing debates about whether humans truly control their actions. Advances in understanding the brain and behavior continue to challenge traditional notions of autonomy and responsibility. Despite its challenges, fatalism remains an enduring and influential concept because it addresses fundamental questions about human existence. It forces individuals to consider the extent of their control over life and the role of external forces in shaping their experiences. Whether one accepts or rejects fatalism, engaging with its ideas can lead to a deeper understanding of freedom, purpose, and the nature of reality. In practical terms, many people adopt a balanced approach that incorporates elements of both fatalism and belief in free will. They may accept that certain aspects of life, such as natural events or unforeseen circumstances, are beyond their control, while still believing in the importance of personal effort and decision-making. This perspective allows individuals to maintain a sense of agency without denying the influence of larger forces. Ultimately, fatalism invites reflection on how humans relate to time, causation, and destiny. It challenges the assumption that the future is open and malleable, offering instead a vision of a world in which everything unfolds according to an inevitable plan. Whether seen as a source of comfort or a limitation on human freedom, fatalism continues to shape philosophical thought and everyday attitudes, encouraging people to grapple with the mysteries of existence and the limits of their control.